Hi, and welcome to Drawing a Shadow Shape Head Study. Hi, my name is Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist in the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 25 years now, and I'm here to empower you. So, uh, I've done lots of coaching, and I've been kind of mining some of the the feedback videos that I give the people who I coach for like little tidbits of interesting little advice and tips. This time around, I did find a little demo that I did that was in the overall context. I'm taking it completely out of context. I think I was talking specifically about using light because the exercises that we were doing were very extreme light and dark sources. So I would take a very black and a very black and white, super dramatic portrait, and then we would do that, and then there was and then we started doing a little bit less dramatic. Like the lighting was a little bit less dramatic, and the idea was that the principle still applied for a less dramatic lighting source. So you don't use almost the blackest black. You use like a mid-tone or a lighter tone, and then you still apply the exact same principles, only now you're using a lighter value. I think that was the context from which this demo came from. So I was trying to convey that. But the way I did the demo was interesting because I hadn't. It was an exercise in doing the portrait without constructing anything. So so this demo it does two things. It explains that you can still use the exact same principles of an extreme dramatic lighting, only using a lighter value. So that's one of the things that it does. But then there's another thing that I do, and I don't really talk too much in the video, but I basically start with an eyeball and work my way around. And what I'm doing is I'm comparing my reference to what I'm doing and eyeballing the placement of things, and I'm eyeballing the spatial relationships of things, and I am just using I'm abstracting in my mind what I'm seeing, and then I'm incorporating that abstraction in my final. So I'm not constructing anything. I'm just looking for shadow patterns, and I'm working my way around trying to put those shadow patterns together. Now, that said, there's a little bit of wonkiness that comes from that because I am not constructing anything. So there's a little bit of it comes off a little bit off, but it's still a good exercise. And this is the sort of thing that you can do if you practice doing heads very quickly. A lot like I'm going to link to all the videos that I've done practicing heads, quick head gestures, and quick head lay-ins and things like that, like 5-minute head drawings and 3-minute head drawings and that sort of thing. Well, if you do that enough, then when you're trying to take your time and trying to do a drawing and not construct anything and just doing these, it's a good exercise to do because you're testing to see if you're able to see the patterns and abstract the values and the shapes and simplify them. That's what this is about. And I'm saying this again because I don't really talk too much on the video about exactly what I'm doing. I'm just giving the person a demo of using the exact same kind of value pattern breakdowns that we would use in very dramatic lighting in much with a different value with what's the word, less dramatic values, I guess. So this is what the demo's about. So just give it context within the overall the overall video that I had originally taken this from, but also it's a good, interesting demo of what you can do without even constructing anything, just based on observation alone and measuring and abstracting. All right, so without any further ado, here you go.
Oh, this is way too light. This is the wrong value. Let's go to that. I'm just going to do this really ad hoc here. Still just following the shadow patterns that I see, comparing these negative shapes. Treating the darkest darks, actually the darkest darks are right here in the hair, but for the sake of this explanation, we're pretending that anything in the shadow is the darkest dark. Okay, and then um, again, so that's how you would treat this, and then come in with the That's too much. And I think this is way too much. This is the wrong value. It's just too extreme. Tricky part about painting from photos or for reference is you have to get the values just right. If you don't, then it looks like mud. I'm just getting rid of all this stuff because I don't think I got it. I think the value is somewhere. It needs to be really just barely there. So my point here is that you just apply the same exact principles. It's just at a different value. The value is just different. So, and these aren't, this is very, very, very simple, not really finessed, just putting in the values, and it's a little bit off here, like the eyes are all wonky. But this is essentially what you got to do. So